Good day and hi. This is Amber from Amber's Magical Garden in Small Spaces. This is my lovely daughter, my assistant. So she's going to assist me today.
Assistant here.
Okay, so today's video, normally my videos consist of me being in my small space garden on my balcony. Anybody new to this channel, anybody seeing this video and you've never seen any of my other videos, I live on the second floor of an apartment. Excuse me, every time I do a video I get like a hiccup type thing. I live in the second story or the second floor of an apartment complex. No, actually I've inspired some people, but most people are not growing anything. Some people live in a condo where there's a homeowners association that will not allow you to put anything else on your balcony except for like chairs and a table. My brother lives in one of those places. Yeah. So, me, I have a full-on garden on my balcony. Not playing with these people. Too much going on in the world. And I come from a family that's from the South. Whoop, that's from the South. One grandfather from Mississippi, other grandfather from Louisiana. So, they had gardens. I grew up with the garden. Trees, fruit trees, nut trees, all kinds of stuff. So this is not necessarily new to me. I've had a garden of my own in a house, but I've never done a small space garden before. I've never done an apartment garden before, and I've lived in apartments before, not just houses. So I'm familiar with gardening, but I'm new to small space gardening. So again, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my video. The purpose of this video is to discuss how to get started, as well as seed hauls, right? So what does that mean? So let's just start with, put that down. Let's just start with this. If the content that you hear in this video is something that you like, or you just want to like the video, press the thumbs up, okay? If you would like to, and I would appreciate it, subscribe to my channel. That way you can go along on this journey with me, and as I learn new things and I post new things, you're hearing new things or things that you're familiar with. And where you may see I'm having trouble, because trust me, I'm going to post when I'm having trouble. I've already posted having some trouble with some things, like Japanese beetles eating my Napa cabbage.
Where did it come from?
I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out. Probably some moth or something. I don't know. But either way, subscribe to my channel. And when you get to the little bell icon in the subscription on the page, click it. A menu opens. And if you can click all, it will notify you every time I post something. Okay? And I don't post every day. And I don't post multiple times a day. So you won't get flooded by me. I can't speak on anybody else. But you won't get flooded by mine. And then also share. This is a time with gardening videos, especially small space garden videos. It's so important because our country is going through some stuff and we're being forced to do for ourselves. Now, a lot of people don't recognize that that's what's going on right now, but it is. Okay? People are already forming food lines. We're running out of certain foods. Farmers are being told to discard their animals, their whole crops, because people are staying in place. They're staying at home. Stuff is going bad, so they have to destroy whole crops. So food prices are going to surge. They're printing money like crazy and giving everybody stimulus money and stuff like that, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. But as for the economy as a whole, it's going to affect our food supply. So we need to make sure that we are preparing. Okay, so the first thing, let me just do this. I've already covered the top, the whole subscribe, like, share, everything. So I want to start with how to get started, how to plant your seeds, how many seeds you would need, what kind of seeds, why you should get seeds, and where you should get seeds. Okay, lovely assistant, can I have the seeds?
You may. Here you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
So these are my seeds, some of them. I just got some more, right? Some that I've harvested on my own, some that I've saved on my own, and I saved them inside of different containers that are empty. This is an empty vitamin container or herbal container that me and my children use. These are just regular envelopes that I've written on top of what they are. Okay. And backwards, I can't tell you what it is. But forward, I can. I've gotten all kinds. I've gotten heirloom. I have heirlooms. I have non-heirloom seeds. I have some hybrid seeds. When people don't understand language, a lot of times we think hybrid and we automatically think GMO seeds, right? Seeds that have been genetically modified. Now, how can I put this? Have you ever had, I don't know, a seedless grape? Perfect. A seedless grape. Or a seedless watermelon. That is a hybrid. Both of those fruit originally had seeds. Somewhere along the line, all they did was take one plant, put it with another plant. That other plant grew onto the main plant and produced a seedless variety. Okay? It's the same thing with these seeds. Those plants, seedless watermelons, they're not completely seedless. Every now and again you run into a little black seed or two or three. You have a lot of little white seeds, but you have a few of the black ones. If you plant those, it will produce more seedless watermelons. That is called hybridization. Okay? So anyway, I have these seeds. I went to the Dollar Tree yesterday because I had some things I need to pick up. And I got these seeds. My daughter looked at me because I walked in and I was looking around at the gardening stuff. Normally they have flower seeds. Every now and again you'll find a vegetable seed. Radishes, right? And I'll go over. But anyway, I just happened to be walking down a completely different aisle looking for completely different stuff. Ended up buying some moss to mulch my plants outside because it's starting to get here. I live in zone 9A. Forgot to say that part. I usually say that. But 9A, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. In the summertime, it's like walking on the sun. It's extremely hot. Oh, by the way, this video is already 7 minutes in. It's going to be a long one because I'm discussing a lot of stuff. In the event that you want to skip something, tap the screen. YouTube has a setup where if you tap it on the right, it speeds up. If you tap it on the left, it speeds up. Unless you're watching it like on your laptop or something. Then you could just move the little line if you want to skip to where you see me doing something like this and I'm holding up the seeds. But I'm answering a lot of questions that I got already, as well as talking about my seed haul. So nonetheless, when I walked into Dollar Tree, I found these. This is 31 seed packets. Amber, why do you need so many seed packets? This young lady asked me that question. But she didn't say Amber. It was more like Mom. So anyway, why do I need so many seed packets? Why? Oops. Why did I buy these? These are all different too. Most of the time in a Dollar Tree, they are flowers. Every now and again, you'll find food. Okay? I have tomatoes. I have beans. I have, looks like a squash. No, cucumber. I'm sorry, it's upside down. Cucumber. More beans. Radishes. Squash. Right? Flowers to attract pollinators. Like your butterflies
like
and your bees and your hummingbirds. Very good. Peas. This was the only one. Right? More beans. Lettuce. More radish. Right? Let me see what else I have. More marigolds. More different types. More string beans. Beets. I don't like beets. I can't stand beets. She likes beets. Beets are very high in iron. They're good for you. I don't like them, but
Add sugar to them. They taste like candy.
oh, it tastes like candy. That's what my daughter says. Right? More beans. More radishes. More beets. More types of radishes. Right? So I have all these different ones. Found a pumpkin. Found a carrot. Right? Found those. Whoop, whoop. Just kind of throwing them everywhere. So I found that at the Dollar Tree. They were 99 cents each. Look, right here. 99 cents. The other ones that I purchased got from Lowe's, got from Home Depot,
Nurseries.
got from nurseries, got from grocery stores, health food stores that sell seeds. Not 99 cents. $2.39, $1.59, $1.79. I want to say I have 1 or 2 packets that are like $3 a pack, and I didn't realize it until I had it in my hand and was out the store. But that's okay. Here, assistant. Food seed haul is so important. Right now, in certain states, they are banning the purchase of seeds. Let me repeat that. They are banning the purchase of seeds. Okay? If the seeds run out, they're not replenishing them. Why are they not replenishing them? They're not replenishing them because, may I have a packet, daughter? Thank you. These seeds are coming from a plant, and when they have an overage of that plant is when they start to collect seeds for their next year's season, their next planting season, or to sell to the public. If they are being instructed, which they are, by the USDA, which they are, and the FHA, which they are, to destroy the plants because there's no one to harvest them. Destroy the plants because there's no one to go collect seeds. Destroy the animals because there's no one to milk the cows. There's no one to take care of. I was going to say cater to, but take care of the animals. Destroy your chickens. They're producing eggs and no one is buying them, or they're producing eggs and no one is able to get them out of the nest. So therefore, farmers, get rid of your animals. And then they're importing other animals from other countries to provide food for us, but we already have things to give us food. It doesn't make any sense. So, hence the emergency garden. If the farmers cannot collect seeds, you should be collecting seeds. If the farmers cannot provide food, you have to do for yourself to provide your own food. So, the next time you're in the store, or you drive past Home Depot, or Lowe's, or a nursery, go in, grab some seeds, get a plant or two. If you've never planted before, grab a plant. You can even start from seed, right? I'm not the only YouTuber, although I like, I want you to come visit me and, say hi and check my videos and stuff like that. But I'm not the only YouTuber out there. There are so many that are helping people right now. There are so many videos for your zone. It is most important. It's so important for you to start somewhere. Start something. I've had a family member recently ask me how to get started. So that's what made me want to do this video even more, to talk about my seed haul, to talk about my seed haul, talk about how to get started, what to do. Okay? So the first thing that I expressed to her is,
Not me. Someone else.
I think I said my cousin, so not you. But the first thing that I said to my cousin was, you could go to a Home Depot, you can go to a Lowe's, you can go to a nursery, pick you out a tomato plant, start there. If you want to start from seed, you can do what I did as an experiment with my son, and it yielded me a lot of plants, in which I still have, which was an early grow variety tomato. And what you do is you find a bowl or a solo cup, the kind of cups that you have at parties. Poke some holes in the bottom for drainage. Get you some soil, topsoil, potting soil. You could get gardening soil, but gardening soil is going to require you do a lot of amendments. What does that mean? That means it's going to require for you to add a lot of stuff, because gardening soil tends to clump a lot. So when you water it, it literally becomes like mud and it sticks together. And when you're planting something, the roots have to be able, although we've seen roots come through concrete and come through walls and come through all kinds of stuff. What tends to happen is the garden soil smothers the root system, so the oxygen can't go through the soil, the water appropriately can't go through the soil and get to the roots and nurture the plant, right? The soil, the magic is in your soil. The magic is what you put in your soil, what kind of soil you have. If you have very sandy soil in your area, you're doing container gardening. So you want to have a ratio of sand and something that holds water, but not too much water, and drainage with nutrition, right? Like a compost. So you get you a container, you get you a cup, a bowl, some form of a Tupperware that you're not using, put holes in it, recycle. I recycle bottles. You'll see all kinds of stuff. If you go back and look at my other videos, you'll see all types of things on my balcony, right? Old yogurt cups, old sour cream containers. I poked a hole in it, put some soil in it, planted something. So I've done it myself. So anyway, container, holes in the container, soil. You want to wet the soil a little bit so that it's not super dry. This is just to get you started if you just want to start somewhere, right? A tomato that you have in your refrigerator or on your counter. I would say tomato because I started with a tomato. Tomatoes are relatively easy. You can do it from seeds you've purchased or the way that I'm expressing, the way that I'm saying, okay? Take a slice. It does not have to be a thick slice. You just want a slice of tomato that has some seeds in it, okay? You're going to take that tomato. You're going to put it, so you're going to, say the cup is this big. I wish I had a cup. But say the assistant, give me a cup. say you have a cup that's this big. You only want to fill it partially. Then put the tomato slice there and then put some soil on. You don't want to put 3 inches of soil like that much on, so, and then it's sandwiched in the middle. Once my assistant brings me a cup, I'll show you what I mean. But you don't want to do that because the seed has to bust through that to get to the light. If it has to go too far, you're going to have major problems, right? So maybe 2 inches deep. Maybe if you use your finger, you go this deep in. From the middle little notch in your finger, this literally is an inch on everybody. So from here to here, or that center one, that's an inch. God is so amazing. Okay, assistant, I can't poke holes in this. But I can show you something else that this is good for really quick. So anyway,
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You use this yogurt cup, right? And you put soil in it. Let's say you put soil right here to the middle. Then you take a slice of a tomato and you put it in here. Now it's one of those hacks that I've seen, and I was like, does this really work? And it did. It did work. That's the only reason I'm telling you this. If you have seeds in a packet, I don't know where my assistant, my lovely assistant, if you have seeds, I don't know where the tomato seeds are. So just use this. This is lettuce, but I'm not saying use lettuce. You could, but I'm not saying use lettuce. Fill this up halfway with soil. Put your seeds. Thank you, assistant. Put your seeds in the soil. Sprinkle them on top, right? I would say tomato seeds are small, but if you do the slice of tomato, I don't know how many seeds that would be. But anyway, you're going to put the slice on top of the soil that's a little bit wet. And then you put a little bit, so you have soil here, you have tomato slice there, and then you only fill it, it's better to show this because it's measured. So you put the soil here, after you've poked holes, soil here, tomato on top, tomato slice on top, and from here to here, more soil, right? So about an inch. Just an inch. You don't want to press it in like you're packing brown sugar. You just kind of want to press it down so that it makes contact with the seed. Okay, that's the only reason that you push down the soil, so it does make good contact and there's not air pockets or a bunch of air bubbles in there, right? Then you water the top. You don't have to drench it where it's drowning, not yet, because it doesn't even have roots. So what you're watering it for, right? You're creating a moist environment for your seeds. And then what you do is you put this in a space. It does not have to be in direct sun, but you put it in a space where you can keep an eye on it. It's nice, and it does have some light, but not too much. It doesn't need a whole lot of light. There's no leaves to produce chlorophyll. Right now it needs to incubate, right? Then you'll start to see, I would say within a week or so, you'll start to see little green sprouts coming out of your container. And that will be your tomatoes. It is not time to replant. Trial and error for myself. It is not time to repot. Not yet. Give it a chance. I initially started out with a big container. I had 140 tomato plants, and I killed a lot of them because they were too small. I watched some YouTube videos. I was like, oh, I could do this, and I did it. Those people never did a follow-up of what happened after they did what they did, and I copied what they did, and my plants died. And the ones that I didn't mess with too much, I just let them go and go and go until they had nice, bountiful leaves, and then I transplanted them. So trust me, trial and error. I killed some tomato babies, unfortunately. But the point is that it will happen. You can grow something. Trust me. And this is the time to try. What better time to try than now, right? Before it was like, I'll garden if I want. I'm not interested in gardening. No, our food supply is running low. It doesn't seem like it because they're only going to put so many things on the media. We've all been in our houses. We haven't been driving around. So we don't know exactly how we're being affected, but we are being affected. So make sure when you go out, one, get some seeds. If you see them, grab some. You don't have to grab 30. I mean, I was at the Dollar Tree, so that's what I did. But one day, I was at a nursery. My assistant was with me. I grabbed like 30, 40 seeds, and by the time I got up to the front, it was over $100 for some seeds. I was like, okay, I want these seeds, these seeds, these seeds, put these back, right? And I think I ended up spending $15 on some seeds. But when you find a situation where you have 99-cent seeds, take advantage of that situation. Not saying spend all your stimulus money. Not saying spend all your food money. Not saying spend your rent money. Some people are not. Some of us are not paying our rent right now. Some of us are not paying our mortgage right now. I get it. I completely understand. I'm one of those people that was furloughed. So I get it. I work at a casino. I get it. Okay? But spend some of the money that you have to prepare for your future. To prepare what's coming. Okay? So anyway, that's how you would start a lovely seed garden. Again, you don't have to start with tomatoes. The formula is the same though. Container, holes, soil, seeds, a little bit more soil, water. Stick it somewhere. Okay? Then it'll start to grow in the house. The next step, I'm on Instagram. So you can find me on Instagram. I'm not under Amber's Magical Garden. You can come to my I have another page. I'm an energy healer, crystal person. But you can find me at The Amber Vibration on Instagram. You can email me at theambervibration@gmail.com. You can also contact me on Amber Marcel Consulting, but that's too long. So just stay with The Amber Vibration @gmail.com if you have any questions, and email me there, and I will answer whatever questions I can. Okay? Or if you are a friend of mine already on Facebook, you can contact me on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook page. I don't. Okay? The other thing. So, thank you, lovely assistant. Let me give you that. How to get started if you want to get started from seed. I just covered that. How to plant your seeds. I just started that. Because you're going to start in something small. You could, if you live like in a house, not a house. Yeah, if you live in a house, you have open land, you're not doing container gardening, there's so much more that you would have to do.
There's so many possibilities.
There are a lot of possibilities. I'm not going to cover that right this second because that is not that is not where I am right now. I don't have an open garden. I can cover it, but not right here in this video. So my video is already running a little long. I said it was going to be long, but I wanted to make sure that I covered some things. How many seeds should you get? Get as many seeds as you want. Being honest. I already expressed to you why. It's important. Get some seeds. What kind should you get? The kind that you eat. The kinds that you don't eat. If you have a mom, well, that was kind of a weird statement. You had a mom. That's how you got here. But if you have family members or friends and you know that they're not growing anything and they're not taking precautions and they're not doing certain things, you could even consider planting and growing some of the things that they like, right?
I would also include herbs because you do need plants that are to help heal your body in any and every way. I mean, you can do prescripted drugs from CVS and everything, but holistic herbal herbs are actually good to grow as well, especially if that runs out as well. We never know.
So give me one or two, or give them one or two that they could grow.
So sage is actually helpful to. It's actually used for spiritual healing as well. When you grow sage and burn sage, it helps to clear the area within your home, to purify and cleanse the energy within your home as well. Plantain herbs. Plantain herbs are also herbs that you can use as a poultice for when you have scratches or wounds on your body, that you could use to chew up in your mouth and place on the scratch or wound.
Yeah, but some people might think that that's really kind of gross.
Yeah, well,
so
you gotta do what you gotta do.
We might have to do. We might have to do another video on the herbs that you're speaking of. But give me one more herb so I can go ahead and finish these questions and then wrap it up.
Rose hips. Rose hips are compacted with vitamin C, high in vitamin C, and the native Indians would use them for, healing and boosting their immune system. That's what we use as well. So you could also get seeds to grow those, and start your own pharmacy, your own healing pharmacy.
True. I like that idea. We're gonna have to go back to that idea. Blackberries is another thing. I have a blackberry bush. You could always buy a blackberry bush as well. So another herb that my daughter would like to mention is Echinacea.
Oh yeah, Echinacea. Echinacea, in other words, another name for it is coneflower.
Why do they call it coneflower?
Because they have, the Echinacea is shaped with the petals like below the center of the flower. Do you know what I'm saying? Where the pollen.
So it's like a daisy, but with the cone in the center?
Yeah, with the cone on the center, that's just above the petals. Petals are laying this way, and the top, I forgot what it's called.
So the flower's laying like this, and the cone is like that above the petals. So the petals are like here, and then
no,
like
the petals are like down. It's not
down
even
like
up.
this, and then the cone is like that.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Okay, but Echinacea is actually another immune booster for your body. I would go ahead and look into that. Once I have more information on it, I'll let you know.
So we'll do another video.
Yeah.
This one is headed towards 30 minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much. I covered why you should get seeds, where you should get seeds, how many seeds should you get, what kind of seeds should you get, how to plant your seeds in apartment or open land. Didn't really cover open land. And how to get started if you want to get started for seed. Everyone. One, please like, share, and subscribe this video. Like, share, subscribe. You need to do that. Like, share, subscribe this video, okay, to this channel. Set your bell notifications so that when we do the herbal garden one, you'll get more information on that, okay? Also, going back to share. share this video with people. It is about emergency gardening, why we need to do an emergency garden, how to even get started with something as simple as a yogurt cup. You can start once it gets roots in the holes that you're going to put in the bottom. You can put a little dish of water, some water here, put it in there like that, so it soaks up the water from the bottom. Some people are against that because of root rot, but if you don't just like stick it in a container like this and then do this, which is half of it, yeah, you're going to get root rot. But you do something that is shallow and you put it in here, it's not covering half. Like, that's not even half, and this is, I mean, you know, that's not even half. You could put water way down here and it'll soak it up from the roots. But that alleviates, what are they called? Soil gnats. It's another conversation. Daggone little flies flying around and stuff. Oh my gosh. So we'll talk about that another time. Goodness, sorry about that. So anyway, like, share, subscribe. Please share with other people. Let them know that they need to get some seeds. They need to start planting. If they've ever planted anything before, they need to go ahead and get that going, because it takes time to germinate. Hand me another packet real quick, because I already said I really said that I wanted to, this is flowers, but whatever. I wanted to really keep this short and sweet, 30 minutes, but it's important information. But on the back of these seeds, it has grow zone. You can't really see that. I can't really see that, right? Can't tell you where your grow zone is with that. What are you doing? Okay, anyway, it doesn't tell you what your grow zone is here. Not really. So Google, what is my grow zone? Go to the Old Farmer's Almanac website. Find out what your grow zone is. It means find out where you are. Well, you know where you are. But find out what is the heating conditions and the cooling conditions for where you live. That is so important. I'm in zone 9A. I know people in Texas that are in zone 9A. They're in Texas. I'm in Nevada. Completely different. But the way that we sit on the planet, our elevation and all that stuff, how close we are to the sun, how cold it gets here in the winter, that's so important. So check your grow zone. But it also has seed germination information. You can't really see that here. On one of my other packets, it literally has right here in the front. These are marigolds. But right here in the front, it'll say how long it takes before the plant actually starts to produce food to the harvest, right? Because ironically, here you go, assistant. Oh, she found one. No. It would be one of the other packets inside of the little zipper thing. But anyway, this one says 62 days to harvest. It does not mean 62 days from the time you put it in the ground. It means 62 days from the time you see not the first set of leaves, but the second set of leaves. From that point